It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Scott. Welcome to the morning show on XL7, and I am your host, Karen McCaig, and we're live in the studio with Scott Callis. Hello, Scott.
How are you?
I'm good. It's rainy.
It is raining. It is.
Hey, we just want to say hello to everybody and welcome on this rainy day.
To your second day.
My second day, two of the Karen McCaig era.
68 more days and she's going to have this down pat, people.
68.
We're counting down.
We can do it. We can do it together. Hey,
our good friend David told her that it takes 70 shows.
days to get comfortable.
Realize we're at 68 and I've got it up on the screen counting.
You realize that's like over a year, right? Oh, so anyway, well, we made it through the first show, so hopefully we can make it through the second show. We're one step closer to the 68. Hey, guess what today is?
Oh, no. Oh, no. The other day it was Egg Day.
Yes, today. This is a couple of fun facts.
I'm ready.
Today, June 5th, 2025, it's National Ketchup Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, use ketchup today.
Yes, use some ketchup today. Now,
where do you get this stuff? Natural ketchup day.
It's called, Google.
Am I supposed to give you a Hallmark card for this or something?
No, but I am curious now about this. Do you use ketchup on your eggs?
No.
No, I don't either. But some people do, which is okay.
I use it on my hamburgers, sometimes my fries. I like ketchup and mayo.
Okay,
mix that together on my
your
fries.
Actual,
on your fries.
Okay, now I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
It's really, really good.
I like ketchup on fries and onion rings, but not on my burger. It makes the bun soggy, I think, for me.
It can.
But, anyway.
But no, not on my eggs. I can't.
Not on your eggs. No, I know, but some people do. So if you do, have some ketchup this morning for National Ketchup Day. But one more day that you'll be happy to know it is. This is for you.
I'm ready.
It's National Moonshine Day.
Moonshine Day?
Yes. Now, I don't.
You had me from hello.
Now, I don't drink, and I wouldn't recommend having moonshine, but isn't that high proof?
I don't drink anymore.
You don't?
Believe it or not. No.
Well,
I don't drink any less, but.
Have you ever had, now moonshine?
Yes, I've had, all right, so I used to, there was this older gentleman up in Missouri, I'm not going to say where, but he had the old steel still set up.
Oh, my.
And he would make you some that would burn from the inside out.
Is it moonshine? It's like really high proof, like whiskey, right?
Yes. And back in the day, they'd light it on fire and depending on what color the flame was whether it was safe to drink or not.
Really?
Yeah, they can tell, I guess, how much copper's in it or something.
Well, do you know why it's called moonshine? Do you know? This is what I got on the internet.
Okay. I'm anxious to hear this.
But it's called moonshine because, for a long time it was illegal.
Yeah, well, it still is.
It still is, I guess. So I'm not telling you to go out and drink moonshine today, since we have the sheriff on. But anyway, because it was illegal to make it with steels and everything, people would make it at night.
Well, that makes sense.
And so it became moonshine.
Well, that makes sense. I know a lot of people, they used to do it at nighttime to kind of stay hidden. And
yes, kind of stay hidden. And so, you never know what kind of education you're going to get on this show.
I will tell you, anybody into drinking or whatever, and moonshine, that is just some potent stuff. We used to have those big, huge water coolers, make it with lemonade and put just a little tiny quart jar of moonshine in it.
Are you serious?
And that is all you would need. And you can't really taste it.
Oh, gosh.
It's just like drinking lemonade and everything feels great. You feel something cold on your shoulder. You look up, it's the floor. And you're not sure how you got there?
Oh, well, is that a first-hand account?
No, not at all. This is just what I've heard.
But I just thought
It's National Moonshine Day, okay, and Ketchup Day.
And ketchup day. It doesn't sound like a good combination to me, but
All
whatever.
right, more power to you.
Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. And you said you're moving your daughter and son-in-law
Yes,
this weekend?
I'm leaving tomorrow, or tonight. Today we're leaving out. I will not be here tomorrow. David's actually going to come in and fill in from my side. But yeah, we're getting them moved. They're moving from Memphis over to back to Springdale. They've got a house built and everything, and they're ready to go.
Well, hopefully it'll be good weather, and since David will be here, so y'all tune in tomorrow because the show will be much better.
I told you he wouldn't be gone too long. He's already filling in.
Well, good. Well, that's exciting, and Lila's doing well, your grandbaby.
Oh, Lila's awesome. We kept her for the week. Had to give her up last night to the other in-laws, and mainly because we're going to be heading out this morning.
Right.
But she's just a trip.
Well,
I love having her.
I do want to attest to the fact that, we talked about who she looks like. She really does. After the show on Tuesday, you showed me some pictures, and she does look just like you.
I know, I'm scared.
So
I was hoping to give her a little more credit, but okay.
Oh, she is a doll baby. She really is.
Oh,
I love the
she's
expressions.
so fat and squishy.
Spoken
Gotta
like a
love
true
it.
grandfather. Gotta
Gotta
love
love
it.
'em.
Gotta love it. Those rolls to pinch and hug on. So, well, all right. So
we've actually got a show to do
Yes,
today.
I know.
Believe it or not, and our guest usually gets here fairly decent on
Well,
time.
let's get into it then. As much as I'd like to, I'm sure that you all are just at home with your coffee going, can they just move things on? So anyway, we're going to do the morning prayer by Hospice of the Ozarks. Now, Hospice of the Ozarks, they've been serving the area since 1979 as a not-for-profit hospice. They provide so many services, not just end-of-life care, but also bereavement, palliative care, bereavement support, caregiver support. They have opportunities to volunteer, and you can call them at 870-508-1771. They do remarkable work over there, and if you know someone that may need hospice services, or if you're interested in counseling, bereavement support or counseling, or volunteers, they always are looking for volunteers, so give them a call. And let's go into the morning prayer sponsored by Hospice of the Ozarks. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this beautiful day here in the Ozarks, and we thank you for your extraordinary blessings that you give us, and we just pray for your guidance and direction today as we go through our days. We pray for our local and state and national governments. We pray for our law enforcement, first responders, and everyone out in our communities today, that you will provide us protection and just watch over us in all that we do, that we may bring glory to your name. All these things we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
And again, Hospice of the Ozarks, they also do care coaching.
Yes.
And yes, care coaching and palliative care is one of their newer programs. And so if you have a chronic disease, or if you're not sure what you need or your family member needs, give them a call and they'll be able to answer questions and provide you with some resources for any kind of physical, emotional, spiritual support. Financial benefits of hospice care. They have the hospice house. They just do great work. And so they'll be happy to help you. 870-508-1771, Hospice of the Ozarks. All right. Should we take
quick word from
the Z team?
Be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
And welcome back to the morning show at XL7 with Heron and Scott. And let's talk about the weather. Do we have the camera?
Yes, we do. Let's just
The
go right
weather
into it.
brought by the Z Team. And for all of your real estate questions and needs, 870-405-0793 is their number. And look at that view today. Little cloud, low-hanging clouds.
And this comes straight from their backyard. We are
Yes.
blessed to have the Z Team, not just in our community, but with our station and working with us
Yes.
hand in hand. And they're an amazing real estate company that they're there to make a difference in your life. They're not just there to sell you a house, and they'll be upfront and direct, but they're going to walk you through every step of the way. They're going to make things really, really easy.
Yes.
They have got so many awards for customer service that it's just unreal, but they do so much in the community. They're involved in a lot of stuff that goes on in the
They
community.
really support the community.
They
and
do.
Not just in the, obviously in the real estate market, but they give back to the community in so many different ways. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty.
Look at that fog on the water.
Look at that fog.
There's some fog on the water.
I just love looking at water shots like this. It's just rain or shine. There's just never a bad time
No.
to be near the water.
No.
And look
Some
at that, just
beautiful
that
shots.
beautiful. Oh, it looks like somebody's down there on the water this morning.
Yeah, they got a boat on the water.
Wow.
I'll be darned. I don't know how good a fishing is going
Well, I
to
was
be.
just
As much
thinking-
water they're running through there and it's murky
Exactly.
as it is.
But even, even just being out on the water in a boat, if you're not fishing, just going for a little boat ride. That is beautiful. We appreciate the Z Team and their camera and giving us those beautiful
And
morning
you can go,
shots.
anybody can go to their website, retiredarkansas.net. On top of having the whole MLS for the area, they've got these cameras on there that anybody can go and look at any time during the day. And they just got a lot of information in their website. So I would encourage everybody to go to their website.
Absolutely. And it's retire
To Arkansas.
to Arkansas.
.net.
.net.
Yep.
870-405-0793 for their number. So let's go to the
We're going to go to the
national weather.
radar.
Oops.
Actually, while that's updating, you can go over temperatures or whatever and talk about temperatures.
Yes,
in there.
all right. Let's go to the temperatures. Today on Thursday, Mountain Home 72, Harrison 70, Batesville 73, Yellville 70, Marshall, Arkansas 70, Salem, Arkansas 70, Mountain View 70, Calico Rock 72, West Plains 70, Springfield 64, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 72, and St. Louis 66.
Starting out in the 70s
So,
today.
Yes. It seems like it's a little cooler, but I think we're getting closer to normal as far as temperatures.
Yeah.
So, and let's take a look at the national radar. We got, right now it looks like it's clear, but we've had some rain.
Looks like we got
overnight.
some coming across Oklahoma. It's going to
Oklahoma
hit us
right
at a
now,
later
and-
date, it looks
But
like.
what we've had's going up kind of the northeast towards Ohio.
We zoom into
Let's
Arkansas
zoom
and
in
take a
on
look.
Arkansas and
Get a better
see.
look of it.
Oops.
The middle, should be the middle button. There you go.
Here we go. Okay.
She's learning, folks.
I'm still learning.
It's second day. We're good. We're good. There you go.
There
You
we
see,
go.
we got a lot of pop-ups going
Look at
across
that,
there.
Yeah. Cross. I mean, it's like in the northeast part of the state now, moving out, but lots of stuff popping up across the day, it looks like. All right, and as far as watches, looks like we're under our whole area is under a flood watch today. So be wise, if you come to high water, do not drive through it.
That's true.
All right, 7-day forecast. Today, we've got a high of 84, slight chance of thunderstorms before 11 a.m., then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 4 p.m. today. Partly sunny high with a high near 84, chance of precipitation 20%. And then tonight, 20% chance of precipitation, mostly cloudy with a low around 68. Tomorrow on Friday, High of
80%.
82, showers then thunderstorms. Looks like we got showers and thunderstorms pretty much chance through the weekend until Sunday. High on Sunday of 85 and mostly sunny. So we've got
Some rain.
some rain still some rain. Pollen count today, tree pollen none, grass pollen very high still, ragweed pollen none. So, and then the North Fork Dam is running 2 units and water level 577.68 feet. Level is 25.68 feet above full pool of 552.
We don't need any more water.
No, we do not. My yard certainly doesn't. And then Bull Shoals, they are running 4 units and water level 691.53. Level is 32.53 feet above full pool of 659. And that is, again, a lot of water.
A lot of water.
Lots and lots of water. And that weather report, again, brought to us by the Z team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793. All right.
We're going to take a break.
Quick word from Ozarks Farm and Lawn. We'll be right back.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
And we're back to the Today Show, the morning show. Excuse me, I don't even know where I am.
We're not even sure it's today.
And we're not even sure it's today, but I am sure it's morning. So let's go to community events brought to us by Ozark Farm and Lawn, 4423 Highway 62 West, ozarksfarmandlawn.com, 870-425-3434 for all of your farm and lawn needs. And
they've got every tractor known to man.
Yes.
Have you been by their parking lot? It is huge and it is packed.
It's huge and it's packed. And they've got new equipment, pre-owned. They have parts, services. They will fix you up.
They have got some great deals going out there. They got some 0% financing out there.
See,
I'm sure that's with approved credit, of course.
I'm sure.
But use somebody else's money.
Exactly. But they have got everything, and it is tractoring season, and farm and lawn season. So give them a call or go by, and they'll be happy to show you around. And they have just got boatloads of things over there. So check that out. All right. Coming up in the community, save the date, June 7th and 8th. The ASU Mountain Home Charity Golf Classic is coming up at Big Creek Country Club. It is the 23rd Mountain Home Charity Golf Classic. It's a 3-person scramble. All proceeds benefit the ASU Mountain Home Technical Center. You can enter online at asumh.edu/golf. They have awards for hole-in-one contests. They have the longest drive, closest to the pin. It's open to non-professional golfers, so even I can participate. And they have food and drinks, and that is coming up this weekend. And I believe that the tee times are at 7:30 and 1:30. I believe that's right, but just check that out. Save that date. And then also, this Saturday, June 7th at 5:30 p.m. at the Shed, we've got Hospice of the Ozarks with their annual fundraiser, a Night of Hope Gala. It's a Kentucky Derby themed evening of cocktails, dinner, silent auction, live entertainment. You can call them at 870-508-1771 for more information and to get your tickets, or you can contact Rebecca Rayner at rrayner@hospiceoftheozarks.org and give them a call. Support them. They do great work, and this is their annual fundraiser. Also, June 9th at the Alley White Post American Legion Unit 52. June 9th, they're having their second Monday dinner at the Post from 4 to 6 p.m. Cashew chicken stir fry. It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 to 12. Under 5, eat free. You can dine in or take out, so support them, and you don't have to cook dinner that night. June 18th, they've got their blood drive at the Legion from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can call 800-733-2767 or visit the redcrossblood.org and enter ALH52 to schedule an appointment for that. And then their monthly pancake breakfast is coming up June 28th, 7:30 to 11 a.m. All you can eat pancakes, sausage, biscuits, and gravy, coffee and orange juice. $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and 5 to 12, and kids under 5 eat free. And World War II, Korean veterans, military in uniform, LEO and EMTs in uniforms eat for free. And the Mountain Home Military Service Sisters have their meeting on June 10th at 6 p.m. That's next Tuesday. The Grill at Whispering Woods in Jordan. And I believe that's all of the community. Oh, there was one more that I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. Twin Lakes Playhouse. I don't want to forget them.
Don't
They
wanna-
will get
oh,
on
this
in
is
them.
your man
I
on
know,
there.
I know. The Twin Lakes Playhouse is presenting a film noir production on stage, Laura, this Friday, June 6th at 7 p.m., Saturday, June 7th at 7 p.m., Sunday, June 8th at 2 p.m., and then the following weekend, Saturday the 14th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., Sunday the 15th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15. I have not seen this. I'm going tomorrow night. But I've heard it's wonderful, and tickets are $15. Give them a call at 870-424-0444 and leave a message for tickets, or you can buy tickets at the door. And you will not want to miss this production because I have heard it's wonderful.
So I take it you're
And
not in this one.
I'm not in this one, but the people that are, I've heard, are doing a wonderful job.
That's awesome.
And so check them out. Even
They do a
if
great
you're-
job over at Twin Lakes Playhouse. They really do.
It's fun, and if you're interested at all in learning more about what they do over there, just give them a call. So,
Also, on the last thing on your screen, we've got Gasville in the Park.
oh yes,
I do
Gasville in the
want to
Park.
mention that.
Yes,
It is coming up this weekend, actually.
That's this Saturday, and the festivities start at 10 o'clock. I believe the parade is at 10, yes. And they're going to have cash prizes for floats and cars. They're having musical entertainment, food concessions, arts and crafts vendors, radio, live, remote, a car show, automotive swap meet, antiques and collectibles booths, kids activities. Gosh, and it
never stops.
It never ends, and it is wonderful up there. It's such a fun activity that they do every year. It starts at 10 a.m. with the parade, ends at 4 p.m., and it is over on at 11 White Street, Gasville City Park.
You guys need to really get over there and support them. They
It's
put a
fun.
lot into that. They really do.
They do, and they do such a great job every year. It's just a fun day. Hopefully, the rain will not stop the festivities, or
I'm praying for good weather.
yes, absolutely. And their car show is from 9 to 3, and they have an entry fee of $5 for that. So that's always fun. We have a lot of classic cars around, and so that is the community events brought to you.
Hello, we
Ozarks
may have
Farm
some
and
more.
Lawn.
We may have some more events. You got
Oh.
any community events you need to talk about?
Well, since I didn't hear these community events, I can tell you that Saturday is Gasville in the Park.
There you go.
We were just talking about that. Yes.
Parade
so
starts, I believe, at 10.
10, yes, 10 to 4 over there. So get on over and check out Gasville in the Park. And do we need to do a break before?
Yeah, we've got a break. We're going to take a break and be right back. And everybody knows who's here. So
Yes.
be right back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
And we're back on the morning show here at XL7, and I am here with Sheriff John Montgomery. And nice to have you this morning. I've heard all about your antics, so.
No, I was on my best behavior today. You can ask Scooter.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, it's nice to have you. It's nice to meet you again. We met many years ago on 726 Mountain Home, but it's nice to have you today as my second guest. And tell me what's going on in the life of Baxter County.
Well, summer's basically here. Tourist season is upon us, and of course we've got a lot more people in the area, and the water levels are high in the lake, which is, creating a lot of havoc as far as, parking and parking lots and boat ramps and things like that. But we're busy. And of course, we spent a good considerable amount of time a week or so ago on the escaped inmate from the Calico Rock prison. And so that tied up a lot of our time and resources during that period of time, but we're moving right along.
Tell me a little bit about how you interact with other law enforcement agencies in the area, like with the escaped prisoner.
Well, we have a great working relationship with all the law enforcement here in Baxter County, but also outside the other surrounding counties, and we're here to help any way we can. So in the case of the escape from the prison, we have protocols already in place. So when I was called and was notified of the escape, made a couple of calls to our staff, and immediately we implemented. It's a roadblock system. Basically, we call it the prison roadblock system because we have different protocols, but that particular one, the officers are already pre-assigned. They know where they're supposed to go. And of course, our officers, all of our deputies have take-home cars, and so their office is their car. So they can go jump in and they go to their predetermined location, and so we can set up a roadblock system pretty quickly, and that's what we do. And at that point, we're there to assist. We're obviously driving roads. We had the helicopter up that we're searching, and the tracking dog team from Calico Rock was up, and so we work with them on a fairly regular basis. And then at that point, you're following up tips and leads and calls and in Baxter County. Now, we're called to assist a couple times over in Izard County, so again, we send a deputy down to do that. But we're there to assist in any way we possibly can, and I think we have a great working relationship.
And that's an ongoing, I guess, last I heard, that's still an ongoing.
It is. They have not. They've not found him. Of course, they've run down numerous leads, both here and Northwest Arkansas, which where the victims were from, and then actually across the country. But as of yet, they've not located him.
Do you find this time of year with the increase in tourism, do your calls go up?
They do go up. and it varies. So one of the things that we're having an issue with right now, because of the high water, a lot of your parking areas and the roads leading to a lot of the boat docks and stuff, and launching ramps, they're hard to go. So people are, trying to get to the water, and they're parking not necessarily in the best manner. And so we're getting a lot of calls to, because people can't get through or et cetera. And again, typically when the weather, now we've not really had hot weather, but that's when when the weather finally hits that break where it gets extremely hot, our calls will go up usually again.
And does the Sheriff's Department have like a dive team? Or?
We do. Okay. We have a boat that is actually on Lake Norfolk that's at a dock there, and we have a river boat that we can launch anywhere that we need to. We have a dive team. That's one of the things that's, and I hope I don't jinx us, but when you go back, I've been sheriff for a little over 20 years, and so go back early on. Unfortunately, our dive team was used a lot. So we have underwater cameras, robots, etc. And so we were doing recovery. Now, we call it search and rescue, but typically by the time we are involved, it's a recovery. But we were recovering several bodies every year from the lakes. Okay. And so we got together. I couldn't tell you exactly what year, but it's been whatever, say 15 or so years ago. We got with the Corps of Engineers and the Game and Fish, and we made an effort. We were going to crack down on boating while intoxicated. In other words, operating a boat while you're drinking. And it did not go over very well.
Really?
No. Some of the resort owners and boat dock owners, and even a lot of the tourists were very unhappy because there was quite a few arrests made that first year. But interestingly enough, we don't make very many arrests anymore.
Well, that's good.
And I can't even remember the last time we had to recover a body.
Well,
now, there was an exception where we had someone drove off into the lake. Okay. But that didn't have anything to do with alcohol. But as far as a boating accident, that type of stuff, it's been a long time. So we go several years now without having to utilize the dive team in that way.
Well, that's good. That's very positive.
So I again, it was a positive move, and we make it clear we want everybody to have a good time. We just want to make sure everybody gets to go home safe.
Absolutely. And I think people forget that a boat is much like driving a car.
It is.
And just because you're out on a wide piece of a body of water doesn't mean that
there's lots of things can happen.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily that you're crashing into another boat, but it does. But again, it does. The way you operate in wakes, and not being in to full attention when you're intoxicated,
Absolutely.
Certainly can cause problems.
Now, with the high water, that also poses a risk if people are out boating this time of year. Do you see an influence with the high water levels?
Well, we can. We have not so far this year, but there's debris in the water, and depending on where you're at, you got to really be alert and cautious so that you don't hit submerged trees or logs, etc. So you really got to be extra careful with that as well.
So this time of year, what would you say your primary calls are, like in the spring that you get?
Domestic violence calls are unfortunately high, and it seems to be that we do a lot more of those in recent years and in past years. And so I would say that's going to be a high priority. There's just, it's calls all over. It's interesting. So the population of Baxter County, and I don't know if you know where Paragould, Arkansas is, but Paragould's in Greene County.
Right.
The population of Greene County and Baxter County are about the same, okay? They're very close. So, but you take Mountain Home has a population of 12,000. Gasville's 2,000, and Cotter, it's 800. But the city of Paragould's over 30,000. So our populations the county's about the same, but they have so much rural area that so their law enforcement, because Paragould has their own police department, so the sheriff's office in Greene County, the people that they interact with they're so sparsely spread. That's not true here in Baxter County. I mean, because if you look at all the subdivisions from Denton Ferry Road to Hand Cove Road, Clark Ridge, all of these roads there, I mean, there's houses everywhere. So we have almost 600 square miles, and we're elongated. I mean, it's a lot of territory to cover, and we answer a lot of calls all over, not just in one particular concentrated area.
Yes, I would imagine that can be challenging too, having your deputies having to cover such a large area.
It is, and one of the things that Big Flat, Arkansas is in Baxter County. And so it is. So we do answer calls there. Now it's not a tremendous amount of calls, but we do answer calls there, and it's fairly rural. But if we got a call now and it was an emergency, and a deputy put on lights and siren and left Mountain Home and took off to Big Flat, it would be between 50 and 55 minutes before they could get there.
Wow. That is challenging.
So if you were in Clark Ridge, which is another 20 minutes up there, I mean, it is. And so the Quorum Court, which sets our budgets and funds us, has been very helpful and works with us. And so we have been able to expand the number of deputies that we have on the road, and we're scheduled to add another one next year. So we when I started, we had 3 covering the entire county at any given shift, and now we will have 5. Okay. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but that is a tremendous difference. And of course, that's assuming everybody's here, not on vacation, not in training, not sick, whatever. So when that happens, it can really
it can affect.
Yes, absolutely.
Things. What kind of do they do annual training?
Well, we have continuing education that happens depending on what's going on. There's qualification with our pistols and rifles and shotguns. There's ongoing training. There's updates. The legislators just finished their session, and there's, I can't remember, there's like 300 new laws that will affect in one way or the other law enforcement. So there's training involved in that to keep the officers up to date. And and there's lots of things. And when you have the veteran officers who've been around, again going back to the roadblocks when the veteran officers have done that. We've practiced and trained with that before. This time some of the younger officers, although they had been told and shown, it was new to them. Right. And so a lot of that is done, and then we're very fortunate. We've got a great group of men and women that work for us, and so it's an ongoing, back to your question, it's an ongoing throughout the year type of training depending. And so just got 2 deputies back from training that was actually out of state, but it was a specialized training that they need to go. So we want our officers to be equipped with the right equipment and trained on how to use it.
Now, I was going to ask about the training, if it's done locally or if they actually have to go to other
we
locations.
would love to do it locally, but and we can from time to time, and a lot of times we'll work with other agencies. Coming up, I don't know, in a couple of weeks, there's a particular training that's going to be in our area, and so all of the even the surrounding counties are invited to attend that training. And we recently we sent a couple of people to Harrison because they had training over there, but it doesn't always work that way.
It's probably more cost effective too if you can do it as
absolutely
in conjunction with other departments in the area. So with your deputies, do most of them come to the sheriff's department from like a city police or
No, so the sheriff's office, I mean, we have two budgets, and even though we always say, but you've got the jail has to operate on its own budget, and then the sheriff's office does the other. So detectives and civil process and court bailiffs, and we have close to 80 employees, and so there's a lot of moving parts there, but the vast majority of the deputies that's out on patrol, and even to the point of the detectives, came from the jail. We want to, when possible, we want to reward and promote from within, because if the jail, while it's not a glamorous place to work, you get to see what kind of employee you have and their work ethics and et cetera. So it's easy to transition that into the deputy side.
Okay.
So the vast majority of the deputies started in the jail.
Right. Do we need to go to break now, I think? Okay, all right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Sheriff John Montgomery.
It's a liquidation closeout at Sleep Mart. All 2024 Flex Steel recliners now 50 to 70% off retail. Plus, Sleep Mart will pay the tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart for the liquidation closeout today at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
Sleep Mart's liquidation closeout is on. All 2024 mattresses are 50 to 70% off retail, and we're paying the sales tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home for the liquidation closeout today.
And welcome back to the morning show on XL7. We are visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery, and I did have something I wanted to bring up that I saw from the website last night. I didn't realize that you've been sheriff for over 20 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are is this correct? You're the longest serving sheriff in the state?
At this time, that's correct.
That is amazing. And before that, you were in law enforcement.
Yeah,
What was your background?
I've
before?
served 15 years with the Mountain Home Police Department.
So you went from that to being sheriff. What are some differences being sheriff then?
Well, at the time I was elected, I didn't know there was very many differences at all, and I've discovered after getting in there was. So once I was elected, there's a week-long 40-hour training course that they offer for the newly elected sheriffs, and I learned a lot. So a couple things is, number one, the police department does not operate the jail. The sheriff's office does. So everybody, whether it's Gassville, Mountain Home, State Police, anybody, they come to our
right?
jail. So the sheriff's office, we're responsible for taking care of that. We bailiff the courts. We serve civil process. City police can't serve civil process. And civil process, everything from subpoenas to, lawsuits, paperwork, etc., divorce, orders of protection, all that. City police don't do that. Sheriff's office does. And again, we have a much bigger territory to cover.
Absolutely.
Than those. There's quite a few differences, but it from the administrative side, from a law enforcement side, it's basically the same. It's just a bigger territory to cover. And if you think about it, typically from a safety standpoint, an officer makes a traffic stop. A second officer is going to be back up that officer to be there in case something that goes wrong. Well, if you work in the city, for example, if I would make a traffic stop, typically within 2 to 4 minutes, another officer would be there. If you're in a county and you make a traffic stop, it could be 30 minutes before your backup arrives. So you're out there by yourself.
On your own.
You're on your own. And I've had people say, why don't you put 2 people in a car? Well, that might be great, but that doesn't work. I mean, we don't have certainly not enough personnel to do that. So there are, there's a lot of similarities, but they're definitely, especially from an administrative point, there's a lot of differences.
And I didn't realize that the sheriff's department runs the jail. So now the jail.
Would you like it? I'd be happy to give it to you.
No, no, thank you.
No, it is, and it's but that's our charge. That's and actually the Constitution of Arkansas. I'm required to bailiff the courts and operate the jail.
I did not realize that, and I didn't realize that it was just the sheriff's department that manages the jail. And the jail here, how many inmates are you capable of housing?
So I'm going to back up. So when we call it the old jail was underneath the administrative offices, and I believe it held 33 inmates, and we call them beds. In other words, there's beds for 33. And so they had tried for several years. Now, this is before my time. And so they tried for several years and finally were able to build, and I'm using the word new jail, and that new jail was 100 beds. Okay. And so it opened in August of 2004, and I took office in January of 2005. So it had just barely opened. The problem that we faced from a financial standpoint, they did not increase the budget to run the new jail.
Yes.
Well, logic would tell you that's not going to work. So as I recall, in January of 2005, we probably were averaging about 40 people in jail, at any given time, out of 100 beds that we had open. But over a period of time, that continued to grow and continue to grow because, again, we are aggressive in the standpoint of if there's warrants to be served, we're going to serve them. Now, that's an important distinction. While that may sound logical to you, probably 95% or more of all the jails in all the counties in Arkansas are full and overflowing, and they do not serve misdemeanor warrants. They will not hold a misdemeanor.
Really?
Because there's no place to put them.
Right.
So, but that's not been our philosophy from day one. To me, you need to be held accountable. So we were full, and then we went through a period of time where with 100 beds, we were running 130 to 150. So putting people on the floor. But we were able to go to the voters. They agreed to fund a tax. So we built the jail. It was kind of a unique proposition because it had been voted down before here. But we asked the voters to only have the sales tax for 6 months. And it passed overwhelmingly. And so we built a $4 million addition to it, and it's paid for.
Wow.
And
That's
then they
awesome.
kicked in a quarter-cent tax to run the daily operation of the jail, which had never been there before.
Right.
So having said that, so we were running 130 to 150, and it opened in January of 20, the new addition. Well, COVID hit. Now lots of jails were kicking people out because, get as many people out as you can. If you don't have to, if there's any way you not hold them. That's not been our philosophy. To me, again, you need to be held accountable. So while we weren't kicking anybody out the door, courts were shut down. And so through attrition, those numbers continued to decline. So leading up to this, we now, with that new addition, we have 177 beds. And we consistently run about 90.
Wow.
The governor was in town last year and specifically asked me why was our jail not full since almost everybody else's is. And I said, well, all I can do is give you an opinion. And she said, I'd like to hear it. And I said, well, we don't run a Holiday Inn. You get the same meal 3 times a day. It's oatmeal for breakfast, bologna sandwiches for lunch, and beans and cornbread for dinner every day. You sleep on a yoga mat. There's no television. There's no video games. It's jail. And while we do certainly have our group of repeat offenders,
right,
it's a small group. We hear this regularly when an inmate will stand up in front of the judge and ask the judge to transfer them to another county.
Well, that's quite a testament, I think.
Well, but that's just a mindset that we have is we're going to treat you fair. The food has to be approved by a dietitian. We meet jail standards, but it's not a vacation. It's not a vacation.
Well, I appreciate that as a citizen. I appreciate that as a citizen. And I'm so happy that you joined me today for my second interview. I hope you'll come back.
Oh, absolutely. Be the first Thursday in
First
July.
Thursday of the month. So
unless that's
yep.
July 4th, and I believe it is. So we may have to work something out there.
Oh, yes, that's true. He's over there nodding his head. So I guess we'll
figure something out.
We'll figure something out. But it's so nice to meet you again, or to see you again after so many years, and to hear from you. And I hope everyone has listened to what you've had to say this morning over their coffee.
So there was a riddle, that was given to me off air.
Oh, yes.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know? Did you know a lobster has 3 stomachs?
A lobster has 3 stomachs. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
It is true, and the teeth of a lobster is located in one of the stomachs.
Is that right?
It is.
Well, see, and you thought it was just going to be about law enforcement today, but no, you never know what you're going to learn on this show. So thank you for that. I've learned something new today that's not related to the sheriff's department, but I'm going to take that out into the community with me today.
There you go.
Well, keep up the good work.
Well, I am very blessed. I will tell you, I've got a great crew to work with. This community is so supportive of law enforcement. It's just
absolutely.
And I've got a bulletin. It's a big bulletin board that is absolutely full of thank you cards and letters from the community, and that and that means a lot. When you get a pat on the back, people like that, and we get it on a regular basis. Phone calls and letters and email came in yesterday complimenting one of our deputies and the way they handled something and changing a flat tire or whatever. To me, we're a public service and we're here to serve the public, and but at that, and in return, the public generally appreciates that,
Absolutely.
and that we get positive feedback.
Well, you know, none of us ever want to have to use law enforcement, sheriff's department, police department, but when we need you, we want you there. So I know I can say I appreciate all that you guys do day in and day out, and it takes a special person to be in law enforcement.
And
I
would
really
agree with
believe that.
And I agree with that. It does. And so, but we're very blessed to live in this community. I call this God's country. It's a quality of life, everything from the schools to the medical to the beauty and low crime rate. And so you put all that together, and I think we have a quality of life that's...
There's a lot worse places to live than here in this
Absolutely.
area. So, well, I guess we're about to close out the...
Yeah, I'm getting that. She's standing over there going
She's
like
over
this,
there.
and so I guess that means we've got to shut this down.
Well, again, thank you, Sheriff, for coming today. And thank you, Scott, for getting me through. And Sarah, our intern. And thank you to all of you guys for joining us today. Don't forget to take in some of the community activities this week. Gasville in the Park is coming up, and Scott's over there giving me the act sign, so I guess it's time to say goodbye and see you next time here on the